Welcome to vlog 968. Today we're going to talk about storytelling. Because if you can't tell a good story, then, well, how do you move from the first place to the next? The origins to the end. Although it's all a cycle, so life is not linear. And there's an arbitrary nature of life as well. So, let's start with the voice. If you don't have a compelling voice, who is going to listen? And your medium is going to get lost. If the form and the content both have to be quality. But if the form is bad and the content is good, nobody's going to listen. And if the content sucks, but it's a very beautiful form, then, well, they'll choose it. It's like the myth of Prometheus, like the first time he deceived Zeus. When they were preparing a meal, Prometheus had the opportunity to divide the meat and the bones and the skin and the fat. And he made two pots. One pot with all the good meat, but then he put like the fat on top. No, not the fat, like the organs on top of it. Another one he put in the bones and the skin with fat glistering. And Zeus chose the fat for himself because it looked really good, but he was deceived because beneath it was all bones, and the other one was the pot with the good meat, which he did not choose. All right, and that made Zeus very angry, but it had to happen for some reason to progress the stories of the Greek myth. And he didn't punish Prometheus this time, but he punished him later. So, in life, what is the strategic objective? It's very easy to be distracted. It's very easy to lose your drive, your flame, which is basically my singular biggest problem, which would be the drive, the flame. There's no energy, there's no movement, there's no, well, I would say hope, but hope is really bad. Hope is for the weak, for the passive, for the naive, for the ones who cannot move on or do stuff. Of course, life is cruel and beautiful, and there's a certain nature of things, an arbitrary nature of things. Anyway, the strategic objective. But how can I reach that when I'm depressed and sad? Ah, well, that is a good question. Well, then don't be depressed and sad. But I don't have the drive or the flame because everything is moisty and dark and wet and rotting, and I just cannot find that. Well, then you go for the dark, moist flame. Ah, the flame of rot and decay. That is the solution. So, singular focus, which means you need to have all your energy focused on this one specific thing. Because if you do not have your focus on this one thing, you're gonna drift and do other stuff. Not good. So, there is an arbitrary nature in life. It's cruel, it's beautiful. Some people are gonna get lucky. Some people are gonna do all the effort and not get the fruits. Other people are not gonna do anything, get all the fruits. It is part of life. But fortuna favors the bold. The more energy, correct, proper energy, you put into something, the more the odds are going to turn in your favor. And fortune is going to give you boons here and there. So this is the second video I make. The first time I was disturbed by somebody who seriously interrupted me, and now I'm being disturbed by a machine. But we have to continue because there's always gonna be something. But it's so fucking annoying. Okay, so resilience, thriving, and enjoyment. You need to be resilient because things are going to go wrong and people are going to stab you in the back. You need to be thriving because else you're just suffering. And you need to have joy because if you don't have joy in a life of suffering, it's going to be bad. You need to find your joy. It's very important. So fix your basics. With your basics, you can have true opportunities. If you live in your mom's basements, everything's gonna turn to ashes. It's not proper, it's not right. Just move. And I know we've told this before, but stop being depressed and sad and stuck. Like you're just losing out on life. And time progresses. And those opportunities are going to give you a social web, which is going to give you a return on investment, which is going to be able to move along. Okay, so see you in the next vid.